Be prepared for highly offensive language from the start and throughout, and adult and sexual themes.
Oh. Hi, sorry, just actually watching our panel in our secret box green room. It's the two-way mirror. It's quite exciting, actually, because they're talking about me. This? Well, they're actually slacking me off. They must be on a task. Are they on a task? They're on a task. They're not on a task. Look, they're saying... welcome to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. What do you mean they're not on a task? Get rid of them! Blazing squad for you, we love it! Big Brother just definitely reversed it. The twist, wrapped up in a twist, is unravelling before our eyes. And someone get Jenna on an actual talent show panel, because she would be giving Simon Cowell run for his money, let me just say. Don't even think about going to bed, because this is all anyone is going to be talking about at work tomorrow morning, so you might as well stay up and just be prepared. Do you know what I mean? Get involved! Coming up, it is all about surveillance, bitches. Dr. Pam will be here, I'm not calling Pam a bitch, to talk about house/secret room dynamics. Plus, we'll be uncovering even more unseen footage in the Sunday Snoop. Spot's own guided tour around the camera runs. You'll be pleased to see who did it earlier. And as it's Sunday, one lucky member of our audience is going to be joining tonight's panel. Give me strength. So, who's it going to be? Paul Wilder! Yes! Oh, finally! Oh, all these years he's been waiting for this. Who's going to be joining us a bit later on? But first, let's see who's on my Sunday night panel. She is always the McGiff that keeps on giving. It's Carol McGiffin! Unfortunately, Matt Richardson wasn't available, so it's David Morgan! You like that one? And finally, oh no, it isn't! It's Biggie! Still can't get over the David Morgan intro. That was brilliant. So let's talk about tonight's show. Carol, as the head of our Sunday panel, as you always will be, we love her. What's your verdict on the fake eviction twist, role play?
Well, it's got to be the best ever, hasn't it? It's the best card, the best fake eviction, the best eviction, all of it. It's genius. It's absolute genius, and it's working a treat.
It is. It's working.
And my only fear is that someone might give the game away and let them know that they know. Well, Janice or
well,
Chloe...
they haven't. No one's given the game away.
No,
they haven't.
They
haven't yet. So it's going to be a good one.
No, it's perfect.
You just said it about giving the game away. The housemates did have their suspicions earlier on in the day. But Big Brother finally let them in on the secret. Biggins, what were you making of their reactions when they found out, one, they were still there, but two, the main house were in control of it, and the joke's on Jenna and Farrah?
Well, I mean, I think that Austin's face was a picture.
Brilliant.
I mean, there was nothing better than seeing that reaction, because he thought he was fucked completely.
Yeah.
And you know, he will be.
David, how do you think they felt hearing some of the insults that they were putting out. I mean, Sherry, they said Sherry's an old witch.
Yeah.
And
Not
one
okay.
that I think was a little bit below the belt was Natasha going to have another baby by another man.
I mean, not
nice.
all right.
What were you making of that?
I think it was horrible. Like, it's hard hearing those things, but I think actually most of the House have discounted anything those two say now.
Yeah.
Because they're like, "Pfft, their dicks don't care, doesn't matter. And so they're kind of moving away from it, which is quite nice, but, you know, it still hurts to hear it.
Well, Austin was their first target. Do you think he would have felt guilty for maybe dancing on their beds?
Austin, no. No! I think he would be really pleased with himself, yeah. And I'm absolutely in love with Austin. I think he's great. And I think out of all of those housemates, he is the one that really doesn't give a shit what they think.
He doesn't?
And I think he'll carry on playing up and everything. I mean, he's great. No, of course he won't regret it.
Biggins, what was you making of the Dings on the Witch's Dead dance?
I think, well, you know, I thought he danced very well. I mean, you know, it was very good. And I agree with Karen, he is great, Austin. I mean, I think he is really great. He's very nice on the eye. He's clever. I think he's playing exactly. I mean, let's face it, the Americans are way ahead in this edition, I think, of Big Brother. You know, the English, I don't even know, they haven't been on camera. What are they doing in there?
The Brits have been a hell of a lot more quiet than the Americans.
Yeah, they really have.
But one Brit who hasn't been that quiet recently is Bobby.
Bobby's amazing.
I mean, he couldn't stop laughing.
It was so good.
What did you find of that?
I think Bobby was amazing. I loved his performance.
The laugh was like...
And the giggling, constant giggling. He was so happy about the twist, the reveal, that he thought it was hilarious.
Well,
I loved it.
the whole twist is now out to the main house, but obviously not Farrah and Jenna, and the quest for immunity quickly got underway. Chloe noticed that James was definitely fighting for that place. He just went in. Do you think we're going to finally see some action from the Brits now? Are they going to step up to the plate, Carol?
No, I don't think so, because I think quite a few of them are not playing. I mean, Gail's not playing.
Gail's not playing,
She's not
no.
going to do it. And Chloe and Stevie are just being pathetic. As so, no, I don't... And, you know, James did say that he felt a little bit bad for being an arse, but, I mean, I don't believe he did. I think he just said that.
Well, he did say that. He said he didn't enjoy being
yeah.
an arse and laying into Farrah in the task.
But he got it. He got what he wanted.
But this is what I'm saying, Biggins. Do you think that he really didn't care? He was just saying that to maybe save a bit of face with the public? Do you think he thought, no, bollocks, I'm saying it?
No, I think the bollocks word is perfect. I mean, you know, he didn't care a bit. I mean, he's got such an ego, that man. I mean, he really...
James?
Yes.
No, he hasn't.
Oh, I think he has, Carol.
He's not. He's cute. He's nice.
He's not cute. He's got a... Oh, get a grip, women. Honestly, that's all you want is sex, sex, sex.
No, you do.
Let's move on, because Janice told Stevie and Chloe not to lower their dignity because the public won't vote them out if they stay true to themselves. Do you think that was good advice, or do you think they should have been... No, balls, I'm getting nominated.
If Chloe and Stevie stay the way they are, I'm voting them out because I have to fast forward past them because it's gross to watch.
Oh!
Like, it is so hideous.
You're not a fan of them?
No, they both look like sort of attractive people that have slightly melted.
Janice is
I think that is brilliant.
I was in there. He'd be saying the same about me.
Not at all.
Just melted, not a joke. What is it? Bobby obviously caused a stir with his talent show performance. A lot of people enjoyed it here, I know that, but Biggins, did he get your vote for this?
I have to say that I thought Bobby was very, very funny indeed. I mean, he really was. And I tell you...
I think Jenna agreed, to be fair.
One of the best was when he came on that big ass. That was fantastic. And Jenna didn't like it, but the other one thought it was hysterical.
Farrah completely forgot where she was. She was like, oh, Jenna.
I mean, he's brilliant, and he did it absolutely fantastically.
What did you make of the Jenna impression, David?
I thought it was really, really good, and I did love that Farrah completely broke. Because it is true. And she was moaning, going, "Is that all he's got? Is that all he's got?" I said, "Yes, because you're the dullest person in the world. That is all we've got."
And actually, his Stevie and Chloe was inspirational. That was marvellous. Am I in yet? All that sex bit, you know. Was
Can I just put it in a little bit?
I'm worried. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday. Why are we oh, well, to quote Farah, Bobby Davro is darkness and satanic. Now, listen, they're obviously not the best of mates. I think it's quite fair to say. But you said in Today's People, Carol, Bobby did not go farer enough.
That's right.
In face-to-face. She's full of puns, is Alan.
No, he didn't.
You don't think he did?
No, I don't think he did. Not doing the face-to-face nominations, which were the best face-to-face
they were
nominations
brilliant.
ever
They
in
were
the history of
brilliant
Big Brother.
face-to-face.
He didn't go far enough then because, and I was a bit annoyed with Big Brother actually for not telling her to shut it because you're supposed to be able to say what you want to say. And I mean, who wasn't cheering him on when that was happening? And then when he just nailed it with that impression of Jenna and her arm. And the way that she was complaining, to slate someone's appearance like that, but you've created that appearance. You've admitted to having stuff put in your arse, so it's not real. So she did. So he puts the pillow down his bum and she's like all offended while Farah's killing herself laughing.
Well, I think we should leave the viewers with that over the break, so give them a round of applause. That's nice and cool for you. After the break, find out what Biggins got up to in the camera runs earlier. Plus, we'll be on the blower to Austin's #1 fan. His husband, Jake's going to be on the road. But now, he was quiet as a mouse during his time in the house, but our bot surveillance bitches have been keeping a very close eye on Chris Ellison, I tell you. And they've definitely uncovered his inner Burnside. I'll see you after the break.
Listen, you know it's just a game.
Shut up. Get on with it.
Okay.
Yes! 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 I've won! I've bloody won!
Okay.
I told you I'd win.
Fucking hell.
Brothers bit on the side, still the most talented show on television, I think you'll agree. But not as talented as Jarrah's Collective Vaginas.
God bless my beautiful vagina.
I mean, come on. We love a beautiful vagina on this show. I wouldn't know. Coming up, we'll be talking to you, the fans. Plus, Biggins takes over your latest instalment of our bit on the side, Sunday Snoop. He's loving it. But first, it's time for tomorrow's headlines in today's news. It's Bobby's birthday, everyone! Oh. And at 10:55 this morning, Bobby received his first birthday treat, a cuddle and a song from the boys. Oh.
Happy birthday, Bobby.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bobby.
Happy birthday to Bobby.
Happy birthday to Bobby. Happy birthday to you. Big scoop. Happy birthday, Bobby. Happy birthday, Bobby. Now get your punk ass up. Get your punk ass up.
Happy birthday, mate. Thank you, fella.
Happy birthday, Bobby! Happy birthday, Bobby! I love Scoop. 12:56 this afternoon, Bobby revealed who was next on Jarrah's hit list.
Housemates, since Friday night's fake eviction with a twist, Jenna and Farah have had the opportunity to watch you from their secret luxury suite and nominate the housemates they would like to face the public vote. But what they don't know is that each housemate they nominate automatically receives immunity from eviction. Austin, Natasha, myself have been nominated. Ooh, wonder why. Big Brother can now reveal that after watching last night's moral dilemma task, Jarrah and Farah have made another nomination.
Holy moly.
Guess who it is?
James.
James, you are now the fourth housemate that is immune from facing the public
I don't
vote.
know how this works.
There you go. James has got immunity. Vicky could look a bit more pleased, though. And as part of the fake secret twisty task, as I like to call it, at 1:45 today, Big Brother told the housemates that Jenna and Farrah would be watching a feed of the tower. So this was their chance to get themselves noticed and hopefully nominated for immunity. And Sherry dug out her inner bitch and headed straight up them stairs.
I think I embarrassed a few people the first bump that I had, I call it a bump, with Farrah. And I was very harsh, because she's, in the end, very young. She's much younger than me. But I've got kids of that age.
She's much younger than you, but the point is, that's got nothing to do with rudeness. She's, she's rude. She's talks behind people's back. The one thing I can't stand is if you can't say something to somebody's face, don't say it at all.
What are you doing?
When do I really even talk about her?
But she's rude. She's a dreadful human being, and I can't.
I don't even want to speak about them today, to be honest with you.
I know.
But he keeps talking.
You can't get me off your mind, losers.
Sure.
When they were here, I really wanted to go up to her and say that, but I thought, you know what, you're not worth it.
She's not worth it. She really isn't worth it.
I must be worth it, because you guys are both talking about me right now.
Right, so. You know what the funniest part of that all is? I love the way that Bobby was still up there slagging them off, even though he's been nominated. But I'm just still going to go for it. And at 2:25 this afternoon, Big Brother's very own Mean Girls were plotting their return to the house. But I'm not sure it's going to go quite the way they think it's going to go.
I wonder where we're going to enter in.
It's got to be later. I think it needs to happen at night, because I hate to be bothered at night.
Maybe we'll get to, walk in and, say, and do the whole spiel, we're not gone. And it was our task to do the nominations, and it's going to be between all of you, because we have immunity.
Yeah,
right?
we have immunity.
So maybe we're going to...
First things first, Bobby. Happy birthday! We're here on it. And we got you a little something. Put that up your ass.
I hate to say this, girls, but he's immune, and it's because of you two. It's our fault. I can't wait to see it happen. And that was today's news. Now listen, come here. As you lot know at home, I've got a couple of trust issues. I really have. So earlier this evening, I sent my man on the inside Biggins to carry out some top secret surveillance. Yeah, that's right, Big Brother. We're playing your own game. Do you know what I mean? Plus, Biggins also was begging me for about 3 years to let him in the camera run. So we let him in. Here's how he got on.
Got a day pass. I'm going into the big house to find out what's happening. It's so exciting. Follow me. Oh, I've seen my friend Gail. She's doing a little washing up, I think, a little cleaning. She has got big tits, hasn't she? She doesn't mind, though. I think a bra would be good. Sherry, I think it's Sherry. Sherry's washing up as well. It's very clean. Look, there's Bobby, little thing, working so hard, keeping the base clean, and it's his birthday. Ah, little thing. What a way to spend your birthday in here. I wouldn't like to. It's really dull in here. Nothing seems to be happening at all.
My favourite part of that whole BT is I've got a day pass. Look, it's like a trip to the seaside. He loved it. Well, it's been a busy old weekend. I've got some very passionate BB fans on the line who are very keen to have their say. So first to express themselves, it's Richie, not from Five, but from Edinburgh. Richie, are you there?
Hey, Rylan, babe, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you? Richie, I hear you're a Natasha fan.
I'm a huge Natasha fan, Rylan. She is classy, sophisticated and elegant, unlike the surveillance bitches, Farrah and Jenna. More like basic bitches. But anyway, I think Natasha is absolutely stunning, a natural beauty, and she is not afraid to express her opinion or confront the likes of Farrah and Jenna. And she does it with style, class, sophistication, non-aggressive. She doesn't attack, and she certainly doesn't cross that line. I think all the other housemates really respect her as well. I think that she has got the love of those guys, and, you know, even if she has a Barney with somebody, they'll all make up and be friends afterwards.
How do you think she's going to deal with when they come back in and the tables are turned and she's like, well, thanks to you girls, I'm immune?
Oh my God, can I just say the joke is going to be on Farrah and Jenna. It is going to be absolutely hilarious. They just have no idea what's really going on because they're in this bubble. They just think the world revolves around Farrah and Jenna. And honestly, listen, Farrah is like thrush. She pours out all this discharge and you just can't get rid of her. I mean, what do we have to do to get rid of this chick?
Well, I'm sure we can find the cream. Richie, thank you for calling in.
Bye.
Next up, I have got Jake Lees from Huddersfield. It's Austin's husband, everyone. Hi, Jake. Jake, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, mate. Thank you so much for calling in. Jake, obviously, Austin, he's in there. How have you been finding it, watching him and not being able to talk to him?
Oh, it's hard because I see him every day, but I miss him so much.
And how do you think he's doing
I think he's doing good. He's doing great, so I'm pleased.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot of love in the studio, Jake. I've got to ask you, I just asked this to our last caller, how do you think he's going to react? Because, you know, he's not the biggest Farrah and Jenna fans. I think it's the understatement of the year. How do you think he's going to react when they go back in and he's like, thank you, I'm immune from eviction?
I mean, when they come out of that room, it is going to be a mess. And I love my husband to bits, and he's going to get the worst of it and the brunt of it, but it's just going to be really good TV to watch, so I can't wait.
I think it's going to be great. Jake, listen, we look so forward to meeting you. Thank you so much for calling in. Give up for Jake, everyone. Thanks, mate. And next up, I think I've got a bit of a Bobby Davro fan on the line. Pat from London. Pat, you there?
Yes, I am, my darling. How are you doing?
I'm all right, my darling. How are you, my darling?
Not too bad. Can I start off by saying happy birthday, Bobby?
Happy birthday, Bob. He's having a lovely time. I think it might all kick off later on, but...
I know, what a hard act to follow with Richie. My God, Richie, I agree with what you say, mate.
He are. So what are you making of Bobby? How do you think he's doing?
Oh, how's he doing? He's going to win it, mate. He's going to win. Well, it is, right? Bobby is true. Like, what he says is what he believes. He doesn't just talk for the sake of talking. He doesn't argue for the sake of arguing. He is a winner because he says it as it is. He's honest, he's genuine, and as far as I'm concerned, watch out, Farrah and Jenna, because you ain't going to stand a chance, mate.
Well, how do you think he's going to deal with later on when they do come in?
How's he going to deal? They're going to be... I'll tell you what, when they walk through the door within 5 minutes, Bobby's going to wipe the floor with them.
Oh!
No, you know what?
Security!
Whatever they give them, Bobby's going to give right back at them tenfold.
Oh, Pat, you can ring again. Thank you so much for calling. Give it up for Pat.
Take care, my darling. Bye.
And lastly on the line, we have got Sarah, Stevie's sister from Colchester. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Roland. How you doing?
Hello, babe. Lovely to speak to you, babe. How do you think your brother and your potential sister-in-law to be are doing?
I think they're doing all right, actually, personally speaking. Yeah, I think this task at the moment where they're trying to be nominated by slating Farrah and
Jenna.
Jenna off, I think they found that difficult because they are very genuine and they're not two-faced. They've just been themselves in there. You know, I just think since Jenna and Farrah have been in the secret room, they've been a lot more relaxed.
Yeah.
We've been seeing more of their personality come out, you know.
Well, Sarah, I've got to ask you, because you've been watching the show and, we've had a lot of guests on and they've speculated about your brother's relationship, obviously, with Chloe. What do you want to say to them to silence them?
I want to say, whatever they've been saying, it being fake, and about Chloe's accent being fake as well, is totally rubbish. They are a genuine couple. They've been, they got engaged in July. They're planning a wedding for next year in August. And I find it, obviously, haters going to hate. You get it.
Yeah, and we want to be fair on this show because I do think, regardless of what anyone thinks of their relationship, I do like to get the other side across because that's what our show's all about and we do like to be fair. So, Sarah, thank you so much for calling. Give up for Sarah, guys.
Thank you.
Carol, I believe you've got some tweets. We've got time for one of them. Do your worst, girl.
Oh, OK. Well, it has to be the one from the James Jordan.
Of course it does,
yes. He says, I can't ever remember disliking any women as much as I dislike Jenna and Farrah. Also, they both look like they need a good scrub.
Oh, God. I don't think we need to discuss that one. Give the panel a round of applause. That's what we'll do. It's time for a very quick break now, but coming up, Dr. Pam Spurs back. We love her. She's going to be divulging some psych secrets, and the Sunday Snoop continues with Biggins. You do not want to miss it. I'll see you after the break. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. We are the talent show equivalent of seeing an old lady belly dancing. You just can't not look, can you? It's like... oi, oi. Well, listen, if you thought Jenna and Farrah, or Jarrah, as they're now known, were the ultimate in dynamic duos, you were sorely mistaken, my friend, because I'm joined by the Doctor and the McGiff, or as I like to call them, Pam and Carol, because it's time for... Please give it up for Dr. Pam Stern. Can we get in? This is really exciting me. I'm not even joking. This is
great.
This is a pair that I would pay to go and see for more than one reason. I'm not going to.
Pam.
You don't want to see us on cocktails.
I've heard. Right. Well, anyway, we've got Jarrah holed up in the not so secret room. We have definitely got a lot to talk about. Carol, you've had first-hand experience of being in a secret room. What does it do to you?
Well, it can make you really mad. But it depends who you're in there with. And I was in with Lauren Harris, so it was pretty difficult.
Oh, we love Lauren, though.
Yeah. No,
we love her.
I do love Lauren. But no, it was easier when I was in there with Lauren and Mario. But when they evicted me, apparently, and I wasn't. So I was on my own. And I tell you what, it was the closest I ever got to really losing it. I really did. I really thought I was going to go mad because there's no windows and it's dark and it's nice because you can order...
That's how you feel after one bottle of wine anyway, babe.
But you can order nice food and, you know, you're privileged because you can spy on people. But in the end, you just get bored with watching them. And they're all sitting outside and you're in a room and I really did think I was going to lose the plot. But it was great because when you go back in, you see the looks on their faces and, I mean, this one is going to be fantastic.
This one's flipped over because it's the wrong way round.
Absolutely. When I went, and I know some people in there were pretty pissed off that I wasn't out of the house.
But this is the thing, what does it do psychologically to people that are confined?
Yeah, when you look at the psychology of confined rooms, you get intensified emotions and then you get bonding of different types. You get bonding over positivity, where people find the good in it, and you get bonding over toxicity. So we've ended up with the toxic twins in there. Big Brother needs to put a big HAZCAM sort of warning sign on that secret room door because of how toxic they've got.
If you walk in, you can't get burned.
Exactly.
You can't get burned, girl. Well, Jarrah were pretty pleased with themselves when they found out it was a secret eviction. Were you hoping secretly that it would be them two, Carol?
Yeah, 100%.
Not so secret.
Yeah.
No, she was vocal.
No, 100%, because, you know, they are a couple of sick bitches, but anybody else had gone in there, they're not horrible enough. And the fact is, if the joke is going to be on the two in the room, it couldn't happen to two nicer people, could it? And so it's great.
Let's talk about their reactions when, you know, they've gone out onto the catwalk thinking they're evicted, they've gone back into the diary room. When we saw them join Pam, what did you get from their reactions?
Oh, well, they forgot the first rule of Big Brother, and to use their words, Big Brother is the mother effer, not them. So they were truly mother effed by Big Brother. What happened, it revealed that they went in there...
Pam.
They went in there with a high social need, and immediately they had all their dreams validated. They were the chosen ones by the UK fans. It showed complete lack of self-awareness. If you'd have put someone like Mr. Dan Neil in there, he would have been going, I think there's a catch.
Who's that?
I think there's a catch here. They had no sense. They were just with it all the way. We are the chosen ones.
Well, they are quite similar, a lot of people have said, aren't they? And I know that you've said they have got very similar traits. Why haven't we seen them turn on each other? Because normally, when two people that are similar... I'm doing Pam's job. Sorry, psych on the sofa, you know, all of that. 3 years. When two people are that similar, you've always said to me that normally they can clash. Why do you think they haven't?
Well, there's three things going on here. First, they've got an alliance over how patriotic they are. They're such patriots. They've got an alliance over the fact that they do see similarities in each other. They both want to be princesses. They both had hard times in their life, and it's filled them full of all sorts of, you know, really difficult feelings.
Yeah.
But they both have that sort of princess attitude. But also, I think Jenna sorted out really early on that if she didn't sort of become an alliance with Farrah, that actually they might tear each other apart.
This reminds me of Mean Girls. Have you seen Mean Girls? And there's a line in that film where they say, I'd rather be on the inside hating life than be on the outside. Is that quite a typical case of this, do you think?
Oh, I think definitely so. And they fed each other. And I was going to say, Arlene was right last night, Bots, where she said they start mimicking what the other's saying. So they formed this really tight bubble around themselves, this huge defense barrier. And yeah, it took the similarities between them to do that.
Well, we've heard Jenna say she sees herself in Farrah, but there are some distinct differences between them. Let's have a little look at Jenna in action.
The public have chosen. Their fate is sealed. That's so dramatic.
No, homie, our fate is not sealed.
Right.
Okay.
So the claw.
The body language signal. This is what defines her as a velvet tigress. They are the sort of people who are very quite sensual. They're often quite flirty. She does that hair thing. But when she wants to show power, she does that claw.
The claw.
And it's like diminishes you. And if I said, Rylan,
the claw.
if I did that to you, I'd be going, I'm diminishing you. I'm taking the power. So it's a very powerful signal.
So that's Jenna's thing that she does. She does the claw. Let's have a little look at Farrah in action. Now, everyone has noticed with this, it's all about the lip gloss. Everyone's noticed the lip gloss, haven't they?
Have you seen the size of her lip gloss?
The lip gloss gets bigger
Well, look at it. Look, it's like a hairspray tin. Well, she's so big. I bet she gets through one of them a day.
Yes, she does. Most of that goes at bedtime. What are you making of the lip gloss?
Well, I was going to say, she's a classic queen bee, which is different. She's much more in your face with what she believes. Jenna has that kind of Machiavellian side, that sort of planning side and scheming side. With Farrah, it's not that. She is in your face. She says, I deserve respect. I think I'm the best. And that lip gloss thing is like, it gives her like a moment to think about her next move. And it's sort of her defense mechanism. Yeah.
So the
is it like a comfort blanket?
It's a comfort, and it also gives her time to think. And she's kind of thinking, what's my next thing?
So she uses the lip gloss as visually, it looks like I'm doing what I want to do.
But actually,
mentally,
she's ready to go for her next.
But mentally, she's sitting there thinking, what can I say to you next?
Yes.
I think I get that. Get clapped for that one. Now, most of the housemates were singing Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead when they left. Carol, would you have got involved in...
Oh, God, I would have started it.
I would have started it!
I would have started it. I would have been the first one up there.
Did you not think it was a little bit disrespectful, some have said?
No, but so what? I mean, those two are pretty disrespectful, aren't they? And they were when they were in the house. So I don't blame the house for doing that. And the fact is, it was almost as though they knew they were watching. Because it was so fantastically funny and so horrible. It was giving them a taste of their own medicine. And what we really have seen now is that they can't take it. They can give it out, but they can't take it. So, you know, good on the house for doing that.
Are you surprised that they did that, Pam?
Oh, not at all, because if you look at dominance theory, and I'm not talking about BDSM, darling, so don't go into the dirty space. I'm talking about dominance...
We've all read your books, Pam!
Dominance theory in psychology shows that certain groups will embrace more dominant characters, but they've chosen the wrong group of CBB housemates this year. There's no way that Jera were ever going to dominate them, and that's what they wanted most. They craved that sort of sense of, we want to be the most adored in the house, we want to get the most attention, and the house just wasn't going to give it to them.
Well, what did you make of their... Yeah, go on the clap, go on. What did you make of their reaction to when Bobby was doing the impressions? Because the faces that they pulled were priceless. Have a look.
Well,
so Bobby comes out, he gives it up. Jenna's face is probably the biggest tell I've ever seen in my life. What did you make of it?
Well, the thing is, the very first thing is the eyes don't lie, and the eyes go a little bit watery, and then they go, you know, pain turns to rage with this sort of personality.
Yeah.
The bigger the insecurity, the less of a joke they can take on themselves. So they hate being ridiculed. What they want is respect. And I've got to say, they look like those two old guys in the Muppets. They were just criticizing
they do.
through every single routine that he did. You know, all of them did. You know.
What were you making of the reactions, Carol?
Oh, well, they were typical, weren't they? Like I just said, they can't take it. They don't like to be ridiculed. They don't like anybody saying anything bad about them, and yet they do it all the time. It's almost like they're so delusional and so deluded that they actually think they can't get to grips with the fact that we can actually see what they're like, and they think that we really love them because we've put them in that room. Exactly. We put them in that room because we know the jokes on them. So, you know, they can't take it.
I just cannot wait to see what happens. It's cruel. But I want to see it, but listen, on that note, I've loved this chat. This has been like a lovely little love-in, I'm not going to lie. Please give it up for Dr. Pam and Carol McGibbon. Lovely. Well, listen, I promised you an extra bit of action. So this is Sunday Snoop, part 2.
So here's Jenna and Farrah's private room, which they've been in, and tonight they're going back into the big house. Oh, won't they be surprised? Look at Farrah doing her hair. In a minute, she'll be putting that lip gloss on, making her lips look really sour, as though she's been sucking on lots of lemons. A few other things as well. Oh, I say, look at that arse. Pretty good. Even I like that arse. Oh, this is lovely. I love being a voyeur. It's just fabulous. I wish they'd do something naughty. Like pick their nose. This is fabulous. I love this. I could do this more often. If only they knew. I better go. Security are on my tail. Oh, it's going to get so exciting. Rylan, I'll see you later.
It's time for a very quick break now, but we will be back with a juicy exclusive from the house. And I'm a little bit disappointed because normally he has his laddish shirt on, but tonight he's just wearing a black shirt. But Paul from our audience is going to be joining the panel finally. All his dreams have come true. We'll never shut him up. I'll see you after this break. Paul, to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Now listen, he has been a loyal member of the Bots audience since the beginning of Big Brother time. And the moment has finally arrived for superfan Paul to take a walk on the wilder side. See what I did there? Yeah. He's going to be joining our panel. This is a moment, believe me. Give it up for Paul Wilder! Don't make yourself too comfortable. He will be making himself comfortable, don't worry. In a moment, we're going to be looking forward to the week ahead. But first, as part of the task, Jara were given the opportunity to quiz the housemates through Big Brother to help them make their final nomination. So Jara wrote the questions, and Big Brother told them that the housemates would think that they were viewer questions. But the housemates actually know the truth and know they're from Farrah and Jenna. Do you get it? Headphone. Let's have a little look.
Janice, how do you feel about Jenna and Farrah being evicted?
How do I feel about them being evicted? How about this one? In the terms of Clark Gable said to Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Why did you celebrate Jenna and Farrah's eviction?
They both became quite toxic in the house, actually, and made the house toxic. So that, you know, wherever you were, you just felt this terrible atmosphere. Once they'd gone, the relief was just... It just stopped. The toxicness faded away and it was gone, and that's why everybody sang The Witch is Dead.
Gail, what was Jenna's worst attribute?
I couldn't name one. Nothing that she did I would think was the worst thing. Nothing. I genuinely couldn't answer that.
Oh! Gail, what are you doing?
was a bit of a wet blanket, really, wasn't it? I mean, come on, love. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's got an opinion, surely. And she can't keep sitting on the fence. It's just too much. I'm sorry.
Paul, why isn't Gal playing it?
Well, I don't know. I thought right from the beginning she was a bit too fragile.
Sorry, can we just appreciate Paul on the panel one more time? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ryan, what an awesome panel to be on. I mean, I'm surrounded by legends. This is fantastic.
Paul, why ain't she playing the game?
Oh, I don't know. Just give her another cloth and a pair of marigolds and let her carry on cleaning.
Let her have a clean up. Well, listen, how do you follow a weekend of vintage celebrity Big Drama? 7 nights a week, guys. Come on, I've got the biggest teeth in the world. Let's see what our panel think is in store for the week ahead. Obviously, we've got Jara's re-entry to get through first. Not like that. Biggins. What's going to happen when they go back in that house?
Pandemonium. I hope that they're not going to all sit back and say, "Oh, darling, I love you. I think you're marvellous. Welcome back." I hope there's going to be
Something
real
tells me
tension.
that won't happen.
No,
for
but
some
you never
reason.
know. You know, the British are really staying. They're really playing safe, and they might just not do anything. But I hope that there's going to be World War III.
Paul, let me come back to you. Do you think they're going to isolate themselves even further now?
Do you know what? These two women will never be isolated because they're so conceited, they're delusional, they think the public absolutely love them. Now, as Big Brother fans, we love watching them.
Yes.
They are making the show.
100%.
But we do not love them as people.
Paul's on point tonight. David, what do you see happening? Do you think there could be a bit of peace because they might take it on the chin and go, "Oh, it's funny," or do you think it's just going to be World War III?
No, because Farrah and Jenna don't want resolution; they want anger. Because that's what feeds them. They don't know anything else. They're just like that. That's what they like. The attention they're getting about people yelling at them. They're not going to try and play nicey because they think that we like them.
Well, we know that Austin, Natasha, Bobby, and James are all safe from eviction. People are happy about that. How do you think them four, Carol, are going to play it when they come in? Because in my mind, the way I think it's going to work, the girl's going to come in and give it, "Yo, you've been saying this, you're nominated." I can just see Natasha. I think this will be the time Natasha blows with her upper hand and goes, "Yeah, now I'm immune." That's what I think. What do you think?
I think you're absolutely right. I think they're really going to sock it to them because they put them up for what they thought was a nomination to be evicted, and they've made them immune. And that they'll be so furious.
That the power shifts.
It's absolutely furious. And Natasha and Bobby especially will definitely lay into them and wind them up even further. You just know it. And good. I hope they do.
But they've got one more nomination left to do. It's going to be either Gail, Sherry, Janice, Stevie and Chloe or Scoop. Paul, I can't see it being Gail because of what she's been saying in the diary room.
No, I don't think it will be Gail. Do you know what I think? I think it might be Sherry. Yeah. Because she hasn't said a lot throughout the time in the house.
Yeah.
But what they saw tonight, her slagging them off, they were watching that, and it could be Sherry or Stevie and Chloe.
But Biggins, we've got Janice there as well. You know, she's not been holding back, has she?
No, I tell you, a very interesting thing about Janice. I think she's, without doubt, a professional reality TV star.
100%.
And I think I like her in this. I didn't like her in the jungle when I was in the jungle with her. She was a real cow. But she's very, very good in this. And I think she's very amusing and she's fun and she's good to watch.
She seemed to change after the bee sting, didn't she?
Yes.
She did change after that.
Oh, God forbid the bee sting.
Did you not see that?
No.
Oh, Biggins, there was a big old drama. I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh, my God.
David, who do you think they're going to go for?
No.
I also think they're going to go for Sherry because she's like angling for it. She wants it, and they'll be like, "Yeah, got you." But when they go back in the house and realise that it's all the jokes on them, it's going to be like that scene in Pretty Woman, like big mistake. And I'm really excited. I can't wait for that to happen.
Well, it does seem, it's quite fair to say, the team spirit in the American camp's definitely reached an all-time low. But do you think, Carol, that the Americans will be able to pull together once they're back in for the UK versus USA task? Because that's what they are. They're country task.
Well, yeah, will they be able to... Well, yeah, I think so, because they are all... They're just one team, aren't
No,
they? The
not
Americans,
chance.
they're all patriotic.
Oh, hang on,
No.
Carol. Paul disagrees.
I disagree
They're
with you,
all
Carol, and I'll
stick
tell you
together.
why. No, but they've been fighting with Austin since day one. They've been calling him a traitor because he lives in Huddersfield. And I don't think they will pull
You
together.
don't think they will?
No.
They're all so self-centred, the women. They're not going to pull together as a team.
Let me find out from you. Who do you think their last nomination's going to be?
Sherry.
I reckon it'll be Gail.
You reckon it will be Gail?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think because it just looks fake, and she's.
But they love compliments. They just want to hear everything good about them. They feel nice to her and they love you. That's all you need to do.
Stephen Crowe.
You think it's going to be Stevie? Well, let's do a show of hands. Do we think it's going to be Sherry? Janice? Stevie and Chloe?
Yes.
Gail? No, oh, well, I think they've made their mind up. On that note, give our panel a round of applause. That's all I've got time for tonight. A massive thank you to all of my guests and our fantastic audience. Thank you. I'll be back here tomorrow night at 11 p.m. with a good old lineup. We've got Rusty Lee, Francine Lewis and Dr. Dance. And remember, do not miss tomorrow night's main show because they're going back in.